All right. Good afternoon once again. So, talking about OSINT, a very popular concept in the field of cybersecurity. What is OSINT? Now, OSINT, we know it as, let's break it down, it means open source intelligence. When it says something is open source, it basically means that it's available to public use, as available to public modification, available for public development or contribution. That's when they say something is open source. Something was about some open source tools. They are not tools that this thing is like hidden. You have them available. You can always see them. Now, when we now coin it with intelligence, open source intelligence, it's actually like the process of what collecting and analyzing publicly available information. Please, very, very important. Publicly available information. The information that you are gathering is not information that is hidden. No, it's not hidden. It might be hidden, but the most important thing is that what it is available to the entire public. Yes. Now, let's channel it to cybersecurity. In the context of cybersecurity, we can also say we know that OSINT plays like a critical role in identifying vulnerabilities, even understanding potential threats, and assessing risk to an organization or to an individual. Not all the time that we are dealing with organizations, right? Now, what exactly does OSINT involve? It ranges from public websites, public records that are available. You can see here. Okay, I'm not going to talk about OSINT Framework yet. Public website, public records, media reports, even some technical resources. So, like I said before, it just involves gathering data from open sources. That's like a nice phrase to use to summarize what OSINT is. Gathering data from what? Open sources. Now, information that is gathered through OSINT, other cybersecurity, this thing that we do, you see some videos will tell you that okay, it's for educational purpose. Don't use it for don't use it with any malicious intent. This one, any information gathered through OSINT is entirely legal. It's entirely legal. In as much as the thing is open, it's like it's available to the public, and you gather it, it's entirely legal. Yes, as it involves accessing publicly available data. Now, I'm sure the definition of OSINT is already clear to us all. Now, I'm sure we also know the importance of OSINT. Yeah, what you are seeing on the screen here is OSINT Framework, which I'm going to talk about. It's a very nice tool used for OSINT alongside other tools. This is the first one I will talk about before delving into other tools. Yeah. So what do we use OSINT for? What's the importance? We already know for vulnerability assessment, one scan for exposed data, also for threat intelligence, incident response. Yeah, that one is there. That's for the blue out. How do we conduct OSINT? How do we carry out this thing? Ordinarily, you don't need to be a cybersecurity specialist before you know that you use your search engines to gather information. Can someone tell me like an example of a search engine? And we're going to just use that engine basically to gather information. Anybody? Give me an example of a search engine. Or you can tell me what's the search engine I'm using. Okay, I don't want to call Joshua. I won't call another person because Joshua has spoken before. Someone else, please. Okay. Afolabi. Joshua, please don't be offended. Afolabi here. Another example of a search engine.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Which one am I using?
I think it's ask.com.
I don't know. Is the interface not familiar?
At all.
I'm actually using Google. But let me correct something. Thank you very much for your answer. That's why I like calling participants so as I can hear from you. Let me correct something. Wikipedia is not actually a search engine. Please take note of that. Wikipedia is not a search engine. Yeah, Wikipedia is just like an online encyclopedia. I'm sure you know what an encyclopedia is. Something like an embodiment of knowledge of different sources or from different sources here. It's just like an online encyclopedia that contains like a vast amount of user generated and edited content. Yes, user generated, please, is very, very crucial. User generated and user content on different topics. Yeah, so please, it's not a search engine. Now, different search engines that we have, one is Google. That's one majority of us use, which is what I'm also using here. We have Bing. We have, like when I was talking about dark web, we have DuckDuckGo. Yeah, and somebody mentioned Yahoo and likes that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now, let's continue. So having known that, that's like one this thing. Another person also said something about, I think Benedicta. She said YouTube. Please, there's a difference between a search engine and an application that is primarily for a purpose. Yeah, YouTube is not a search engine. Yeah, it's not a search engine. Although it has some very powerful search functions in its platform, yeah, but it's not a search engine. It's just let me say, we all know it's a video sharing platform where people can upload, people can share, people can view videos. Yeah. Also, it can allow you to search for videos using keywords or whatever it is you want to use to search for this thing. But then, it is not a search engine. As a matter of fact, it's even owned by Google. Yeah. So let's continue. So we are using Google definitely. Let's just check about White House. This is just common normal basic thing. White House. We press enter. Nothing really special about what I did. Now, the moment we click on this or click on about the White House, you will discover that it's going to give us all this Wikipedia. You can see that this search engine actually indexed Wikipedia page. So it's not as if Wikipedia is like a search engine. No. So we want to read about this White House. We can as well just click on this. When we click on it, then we already have our this thing. We already have our we already have the information about it. Yeah, another way of conducting OSINT is by using various social media platforms, say LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and the likes of that. Let's quickly check. Let's just assume we want to gather just like little bit of information about somebody. Let's head on to Facebook. Just want to gather information about somebody. Let's head on to Facebook and see whose account are we going to use. Anybody, just indicate if you are comfortable with us using your account, then just indicate. So I'm going to use your account. So just check and see what you have available up there. Okay, Emmanuel, what's your Facebook username? Let's search for it. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, I said Holiness Emmanuel.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Hello, sir.
So it is assumed that we just want to gather one or two info. Yeah, like I said before, we want to gather one or two information about Emmanuel. Practically is what we are talking about, or what we've been talking about since, which is what OSINT. Now we are making use of Facebook. So yeah, Facebook. So we can just go and where's the search icon? Sorry, I don't really know how to use this. Okay. Holiness Emmanuel. Okay, let's see what we can gather about him. Let's see what we can just gather about him. So while that is loading, I assume it's loading. Yes, it's loading. While that is loading, we know that we can use different this thing. We can use different public record or databases apart from social media platforms. Okay, sorry about that. I made a mistake. 1L. Holiness Emmanuel. Okay, yes, it should be this one. Now, like I said, we can use different databases to check, get for more information, even the likes of that. So now, this is his account. Let's say we just want to gather one or two information. That's assuming he has dumped some things up there. We can just tell that, okay, this lady here is his girlfriend. This is his profile picture. He stays in Port Harcourt. We already know his location. He's from Akwa Ibom, so definitely he's actually maybe like an EFIC or EBPU. I don't know if I'm mistaken. I think it's either EFIC, EBB, or Calabar, one of them. We already know that he's this thing. So now from there we can see different information about him. So if we want to gather more information, we can just go to his what is this? What is this? About. After this, I will just give you one light trick. No, it's not like a trick per se. It's just what I do ordinarily. It's not like there's anything special about it. It's just my own personal stuff. Anyways, we all know what I'm talking about, like gathering information or getting information about him. Because if you want to attack, let's say an organization or somebody or whatever it is, the main, like I've told you, the weakest point or the weakest point is what is the human person. The weakest part of the chain is the human person. So you should always look out for the human being if you want to like attack, even if it's an organization. So take for example, let's say he's working in Access Bank. We can actually hack him, or through him we get to the company. Saying you don't want to hack the company's infrastructure is not it's going to be like more difficult. Yes, so we can see different information about him. Someone is saying he's married. I don't really know. So that's going to be that about that. Now, if you notice my own account, I don't have a picture. I basically don't exist on Facebook. So, but why do I have a Facebook account? I do have a Facebook account because I always use it to carry out stuff like this. Say I want to like check out somebody, I can check out the person, go through the person's content, and you're not going to know that I was actually perusing your account and stuff like that about you. The moment you search for my name, you're not going to see that. So yeah, somebody said is data Facebook can give if you know the person's account. But all this information given is data Facebook can give if you know the person's account name. So what's the difference? Sorry, Joseph, I didn't really get the question. You said, but all this information given is data Facebook can give if you know the person's account name. What is the difference? Can you please rephrase the question? So I'm going to know how to answer it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, even the LinkedIn, Abiba, the LinkedIn you're talking about, even if they want to tell you the person, sometimes they will not tell you the person exactly. They just tell you the organization that the person is, where the person is like coming from, something. Yeah. So leaving Facebook, we already know what it is used for. Now, a very important aspect is what? Yes, if you sub to premium, you see everything. I'm aware of that. Very important aspect is what? Let's talk about OSINT Framework. OSINT Framework. We're going to close this. We'll go back to what we are using. Yes, before we move into that, let me quickly attend to the question Joseph is asking. I mean, Facebook can as well give this information. So what is the difference between using OSINT or Facebook to get the data? Okay, now, the first task is to understand what OSINT is. Just like you're saying, OSINT is like, let's say, a methodology or a process of gathering information that is readily available. So the process of using Facebook to gather data, you are still like using OSINT that way. Do you get? The process of using Facebook to gather data, whatever tool you use, the process of doing all those things is what we call OSINT, just like open source intelligence, right? It's not as if they're like two different techniques or so. Say you're using Instagram to check out somebody, you want to know the person's favorite animal or the person's favorite pet or the person's date of birth or stuff like that. If you notice, most people, I don't know if they've already changed that pattern. Most people use either their year of birth or the reverse of their year of birth for their ATM card, for the ATM card password. So sometimes I think Telegram can allow you to display your year of birth, your date of birth. So imagine you are in custody of somebody's distance. Actually, this is meant to be a cybersecurity class. I'm meant to be teaching both the offensive and the defensive side. But then, sometimes the orientation you get depends on the person that is addressing you. I'm actually like an offensive guy. That's my area. My expertise is ethical hacking. So you actually get more of the offensive part from me. Defensive side should be handled by a blue teamer. Yeah. So my point is that if you use Telegram to get somebody's date of birth or something, and you are in custody, like you have the person's ATM card with you, definitely you know that the first thing to try is what that year of birth, or you try the reverse of the year of birth, or you try to flip around the year of birth. Then that's that about that. So moving straight to OSINT framework. Now this is a framework that we use for like just like OSINT, everything is gathered here. OSINT in general in summary is gathered here. Let's first talk about what we have here. When you see T, it indicates, I mean this T for toy. It indicates a link to a tool that must be installed and run locally. Like when I mean a tool, like an application. The D here is Google Doc, which I said Christiana is going to talk about. Like Google hacking. When they say hacking, they don't mean you are hacking Google's server or something. No, it means like a brilliant technique or a way of gathering or getting that particular information that you need. That's actually what they call Google docking. Instead of searching for something and it brings almost the whole world for you, there's a way you can specifically search for what you need exactly. R requires registration. M indicates a URL that contains the search term, and the URL itself must be edited manually. So let's look at it in its entirety. We have OSINT framework from training. Let's start from the beginning. Username down to training. So let's say we want to get more information about username. You can click on this username. It's going to bring more. The moment you see like a blank dot, you know that that's the end of the road for that particular directory. So we have this, we have username search engines, we have specific site. Let's go to username search engine. It's dependent on what you are looking for actually. So go to username search engine. You can see the different tools that we have here. All these empty dots means that's the end of the road. So you click on it, it takes you to that website particularly. You click on this one, it's the tool that should be installed. So now, let's just check out any of them. The idea behind it is, say you are looking for somebody. Let me use Abiba's name, for example. You are looking for Abiba now. You search for a name. It's going to show you all the accounts that actually has Abiba as the registered username. So what's my name? Some of them are no longer, some of them are already defunct. They are not working again. We are going to just check out multiple. Let's check out name check. I've opened what's my name. So whichever one opens, we use it straight away. Then after that, we go to another one to just see what it is about. Right, it's taking its time to load. Let's check what's my name. So while the three of them are loading, whichever one loads first, then We are good. It's taking time to load. Please, somebody just confirm in the ask your question section if you can hear and see the screen very well. Just comment in the ask your question section.
I can see a screen. Still on.
Okay, yeah, Christiana.
OSINT Framework.
Thank you very much. I didn't know that you actually. I didn't know you were actually with me. Sorry. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, let's go back to that. Is it loaded? All right, so it has loaded. This one is okay. Accept. So now enter the username in the search box. Select any category filters and click the search icon and press Ctrl Enter. Yeah. Let's see what it has. Let's look for Christiana's name. Let's look for her trouble. Christiana. Am I correct with the spelling? Christiana. Please, if I'm not correct, you can tell me, Christiana. So let's look at the various sites that she belongs. Let's all. Let's check all. Christiana. Let's look for her full name. I doubt. I don't think. Let's just check. Let's see. The computer is asking to confirm if we are not computers. Okay. It's funny anyways. So while this one is doing his own drama, let's come back here. I'm not a robot. So it's going to check for over 30 social media accounts to see. Okay, next. We are going to use another person's name this time around. Shit. All right, this time around. Has it given results? It's still processing. Still processing. So let's check it. This time around, we'll check for Abiba's name. Abiba Olu. Okay. The problem is I don't know if I'm correct with the spelling. Let me check. Where is that name? Anyways, if I'm not correct, you can correct me. So let's just check it out to see the account that has this as the username. Let's go. This one is still searching. That's over 642 stuff there. It's processing it. So these are different domains that has this name. Let's check username. Let's check username. So while that is on the way, we can just check out another tool in OSINT Framework. So you have OSINT Framework at your disposal. How do you locate it? I'm going to copy and paste the link for you, in the ask your questions segment. You can just check it out there, then use it if you want to use it. You check ask your question, you can see it. So you can also check it out from your end. Check it out from your end, like explore the tools, and the different tools that are in it. Explore it. This one is not done still. Let's check another important aspect. You can see domain name. Different aspect depending on what you are looking for. Depending on what you are looking for. Please, the tool is actually very, very important. Like the assignment I'm going to give you, you see where, imagine when I'm asking you to look for this particular thing in the internet, or something must have existed in the internet, but bring it out, like fetch it out. You would have to use like good number of tools and the likes of them. Social networks. Let's see what we have here. Under Facebook, let's see what we have here. And then for Facebook search, find my Facebook ID, recover Facebook account, and likes of them. In real life, I've not actually used all these things. So the most important thing here is to tell you that there is something like OSINT Framework, and you have a good number of tools at your disposal, or good there are also tools, sites, tools, and likes of them at your disposal. So you can always use them. You can always use them. So I'm going to close the remaining. I'll close this. So right about now, by the time this one opens, I'll just like talk about it. Then we move to another very important tool, a very important OSINT tool. Like I said, Christiana will explain Google Docking. I'll talk about Showdown. Extremely important because we have Google Docking, we have Showdown, we have OSINT Framework. Yeah, we have Google Docking, we have Showdown, we have Mortego, we have Avesta. You have Avesta. Yeah. Then we have there's one that we already used. We already used it before in Kali. That's SET, Social Engineering Toolkit. SET, Social Engineering Toolkit. So is there any way I can stop this? I need to stop this search. It's taking. Okay, it's almost done. Yes, somebody said something. Yes, Nmap 2 is a very, very important tool used in OSINT. Yeah, very important tool used in OSINT. For gathering information, definitely we know about ports and the likes of that. Tell us more about them, say vulnerabilities that are there, or the ports that are open, or the services that are running, and the likes of that. Okay. I don't know. Found 0. Christiana, what's going on? You don't have your name on anywhere. Is that possible? Christiana, please let me hear from you. Is it that you don't have accounts on any of these platforms, or what?
Which of the platforms? Let me see.
It's not showing any results for your name.
Yeah, because I'm not really on some of them. Probably with another name.
Oh, some of the participants might want to actually check you up on maybe Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is. It's all good anyway. It's fine. Let's move straight to Showdown. Another interesting tool. Not gonna lie, it's another interesting tool.